Hi guys, my name is Melody and thanks for stopping by. And today we are moving quite along with our deep thoughts in this book from the journal of my life when I was a teenager. I would remind people that I wrote this between the ages of 15 and 17, where I had my worst episodes of manic depression and bipolar, as well as anxiety, things that I do live with on a daily basis at this point. However, I felt that maybe puberty had exacerbated some of the issues that I had long term. I have always had this. I will mention I exhibited signs of this as a small child as well. This is not something that was new to me. It just seemed to be overly exacerbated, I believe is the word, by going through puberty. And during that time, I decided to write a journal. It can be quite dark at times. However, there's aspects that we can learn from as we are now approaching our 40s. Oh God, yeah, within the next year, 39. Bye. Hey. Anyway, so there's like things I believe that I can learn from and reflect on for things that I wrote. So today's deep thought is deep thought number 14. In the middle of life, there is death, and then there is a rebirth of knowledge and enlightenment that challenges the period of life before the rebirth. In other words, we are all reborn at some period in our lives where we come to a new understanding and to terms with what has made us mad or sad before this time. Now, that is an actual statement that I can say is quite true, because I believe there is always a rebirth as a person, that you go through periods of your life where you change as a person. I believe for myself that this didn't really happen too much before I started on the current medication that I am on for my bipolar, and it has been a long-term medication that I am on. I started taking this, I believe, in 2010, just after my son was born. Before that, I was taking a different medication, as I was signed off for a couple of months due to having another episode. Now, my last major episode would have been in this period due to my dad passing away in 2011 in January, just before my 30th birthday. However, what I do think is that before this period, I exhibited much more anxiety and things like that. I still have anxiety, and I am on medication for anxiety and panic attacks because I have recently had some panic attacks, but that's due to stress and pressure. However, at the moment, I know that I need to let things go and I need to move on with a lot of stuff. Before then, I was always like quite angry with people. I held grudges. I discussed this my last time and in my last video, and I did try to not be the best person I could possibly be. But over the past few years, I have learned that it's not nice holding a grudge, and you just need to move on. I think the last time I was really angry was in 2014. I'm not going to say exactly what that is because that was a very personal moment. That was my 10th anniversary with my husband. But I've learned to let these things go, because sometimes things are not about you, and you just need to do that. And like I said before, I just keep reiterating this. It's not all about you. If somebody has a problem, it could just be something to do with themselves, and you need to let it go. And I found that now that I'm trying to be a more like relaxed, chilled type of person, and not to take things on the chin. I mean, sometimes things do bother me, but usually now within a day or so, I get to the point where I just let that go. So I think the rebirth of myself is the rebirth in the way that I'm trying to train my mind to think, sort of thinking that it's like trying to be more body positive, trying to be more positive in general, trying to say that like bad things do happen, but we'll all get through the bad things. I know like right now, I lost my job. I'm needing surgery. I've been in the hospital last week, and that's all. Take that on the chin and move on, because we'll all get through it, and there will be another side, and we'll all get out of our houses eventually, and we'll all be able to enjoy life as it once was. I don't think it won't ever go back to what it once was, but maybe people will have more appreciation for the folks that do things for them instead of just going through life and not thinking about those who are caregivers and servers and things like that. I watched an amazing short documentary last night. Comedian Rod Gilbert. It's on the BBC iPlayer. It's called Work Experience. It's always funny and it's always lovely. But he goes to work in a care home and he sees how these people are caring for the elderly and the people who can't take care of themselves. And it's such an eye-opening documentary, and I have such high praises for the people that do that, because I know that I couldn't ever do that. I mean, I can take care of somebody, but there's some things that I can't actually do. I'm not going to say why, but there's things that I couldn't do, but they are such beautiful people. I would suggest that you watch that. They'd say it's Rod Gilbert, Work Experience, BBC iPlayer. You may, if you're not in America, you may be able to get it on YouTube, but this one is season 9. It wasn't supposed to be released till later in the year, but they've released it now because of what's going on, so that everybody gets an insight to what those actual carers deal with on a regular basis and the problems that they face, and how working in a care home is such a rewarding job, but so difficult and so underpaid. So that's my outcome for today. Like I say, is hopefully this series is giving you like a little bit of a bug in your ear to help you be a better person. I know I've looked back at this and thinking I've changed so much in the way I am and how far I've come. And I hope that you have gotten something out of this. There is obviously a playlist that I have attached this to with all the other ones if you want to listen to it as a playlist, or if it's something that we can all meditate on or things like that. But yeah, this is what I think about that one, and I will see you in the next one. And if you like this, please do subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell, share it with your friends. And we'll all get through this together. Stay safe, stay positive. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.